All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Rightio, legends, Chaos Chronicles, and we're back with another video. And so today I thought we'd answer some more questions again. And I get asked this a fair bit. And so the question is, what is the food situation like in their BIFF? Not talking canteen or things you buy, just standard issue meals. Any favorite things? And what's your worst food you've ever had? What's the worst food you've ever had in there? Cheers. All right. So this is from at glucosamine. So thank you at glucosamine. So we will get into that, but before we get into it, as usual, guys, if you guys haven't already subscribed to me, jump down there, shoot me a subscription. They're somewhere in that general vicinity, and if you hit that bell icon, which is also in that somewhere vicinity, you'll never miss any of my clips again, and you will get a reminder on um, whatever device you are watching me on. And so I guess also I want to add. So after dropping the sneak preview of my first interview, I had a couple of people say, about I hope you're doing Australian interviews as well, and we are definitely doing Australian interviews. It's just that the first one I did ended up being the American one, and I think I was pretty lucky to get that as well. And I think we're pretty lucky to be able to do that. But yeah, definitely I am an Australian prison channel, so we will, concentrate on mostly Australian stuff, but we will be exploring other prison worlds like in other countries and see what the differences are and whatnot. And that's my reasoning behind it. But anyway, all right, let's get into it. So I guess, the food is a big thing. There are some prisons that have got very good food, and there are some prisons that have got like absolutely shithouse food. And so I guess I'll start off with the shithouse foods. So like Port Phillip generally has got shit food, right? So these are all meals that are prepared the day before you get them, and then they're put in the freezer, and then they're sent up to your unit, and then the unit kitchen staff, like the prisoners, like the kitchen billets, heat these meals up and then hand them out to you. So by the time you get them, they're already like over 24 hours old. And I guess, they have different options as well. So most prisons will give you four options. So option one will be a meat option. Option two will be a vegetarian option. Option three will usually be like a salad or something like that. And then option four is usually like a steamed chicken or something like that. So at Port Phillip, you can get steamed chickens, and then they will send you up just one steamed chicken to your unit for you, and the billets will hand that out to you. And with that chicken, you can make whatever you want, which is generally what everyone does because all the food at Port Phillip is generally shit. Now they do have some good food. So like when it's the day where you get pizza for lunch, absolutely banging pizzas. Like they're pretty good. Um, what else? Not much else is good from there. They do have good desserts at Port Phillip. Although around 2014 or 2015, they stopped in all prisons from getting desserts every single night. So we used to be able to get desserts every single night, but because of they had dietitians come through, and obviously a vast majority of the prison population end up overweight from just sitting still and doing nothing and filling their faces full of shit. So the dietitians came in and put a stop to that, but you still get pretty good desserts there. You get like donuts, and you get like custard tarts and caramel slices and stuff like that. And then I guess that's really the shittest of all shit foods you can have is at Port Phillip, and it kind of goes up from there. So I would say the next step up from there would probably be the MAP or MRC. Now the MAP hands down has the best desserts in the whole prison system. So they have the best desserts that all get cooked on that day by a baker that works at the prison, that's actually a prisoner that works as a baker, and they cook them fresh every day. And so the meals also, so your hot meals that come down to the unit every single night, are made on that day as well. Now you also get hot lunches and cold lunches. So every second day you will get like a salad roll and stuff like that, and then on the every second day after that, the day after you get the salad roll, you'll get a hot lunch. Like it'll be some kind of a stew, like a they're all kinds of stews. They're all different types of stews. So but yeah, you do get hot lunches as well sometimes. But yeah, you get salad rolls 3 times a week during the week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you usually get salad rolls. And then Tuesday and Thursday, you'll get the hot meals. And then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you'll get hot meals for lunch both days. So, and yeah, the menus alternate. So they do the same menus for a month, and then it'll change every week. And then when it gets to week 4, it goes back to the week 1 menu. All right. So, um, I guess the next best food is like one of if you've ever lived in the cottages. So some prisons have cottages, and in the cottages they're basically B rating cottages, and so you're able to put in between you and three other people, you're able to put in X amount of dollars worth of shopping. And so I guess that's the closest thing you're going to get to being on the outside. And when you're living in the cottages, you've got all cooking utensils, you've got your own oven, you've got stuff like that. You don't get locked down in a cottage either. You've got like 4 bedrooms. It's like a 4 bedroom unit. There's no screws in there 24/7. Screws do drop in and see if you're up to no good or whatnot. But yeah, I guess the self catering cottages, they're pretty good because you always can order whatever you want, and then the screws go down to Woolies and order your stuff from Woolies. So whatever is on the Woolies menu, you can get. And so yeah, I guess the best food out of all prisons that I've ever been to, besides the best desserts at the map, they have the cream buns, which are absolutely insane. And like anyone that's been to the map will tell you that they look forward to the cream buns, which is kind of funny, and it's no pun intended because it's a prison story. But yeah, they do have cream buns and they're pretty good. But yeah, so I guess the best food in the whole prison system is definitely at Barwon. And I guess that's because, most of the lifers go to Barwon, that most of the people that are never getting out, they will go to Barwon. They've got like long-term units there. And yeah, so the eucalypt unit, and yeah, so they're usually the people that are going to be staying for a very long time. And the prison itself is full of people that are staying there for a long time. And I found that the canteen items there were insane. Like, let's just skip the meals. So on the canteen, you can seriously buy like a seafood pack, which has like calamari rings, like whatever's normally in, I don't know what they're called, calamari rings, and then yeah, just all different seafoods like flake, and then yeah, about 4 or 5 different seafoods. You can buy chicken Kievs, you can buy meat packs some days, yeah. But then the meals themselves at Barwon, all cooked 100% on that day. They also have like a pizza cookery thing there, and so like it's mainly for the screws. But when you do some courses and stuff like that, you can go buy pizzas from the place that cooks pizzas. But yeah, just the best meals at Barwon. But every single prison you go to has fish and chips every Friday and a roast every Sunday. So that's pretty good. Like, and I guess you always have the naysayers saying they eat too well, they eat too good. They shouldn't be eating like that in prison. And I guess that's always the common misconception. And I can't say this enough. Our punishment is being sent to prison and getting taken away from our loved ones, our family members. That's what our punishment is. It's not, up to the prison to continue punishing us whilst we've been, in prison. And like, we should definitely not be punished in the way of eating. Like, people should all be able to have nutritious meals and healthy meals, and eat good hearty meals. And even though they're in prison, doesn't mean they can't eat well. Like, yeah, there are some horrible people that are in prison that definitely belong in prison, but it doesn't mean that they need to have their meal rights taken away. Like, this is Australia, it's not a third world country. And like, prisoners have rights too. And like, you always, I remember like Barwon especially always used to make the news about, like, especially the canteen items, like the chicken Kievs, the seafood packs, the steak packs that you can buy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, these people are living and they deserve to, like, just eat normal, like normal people. Their punishment is the prison sentence, and it's not up to the custodians to punish them more whilst they're in prison. And I think that's a common misconception. And yeah, so, well, there you go. I hope, glucosamine, that explained the meals, well enough for you. And yeah, so most prisons have very much the same meals, except Port Phillip. Like I said, all their meals are cooked the day before, and then they're sent up to your unit to get reheated by the meal billets. And yeah, they're pretty shit. Sometimes they're cold, and like, yeah, it's just shit meals. And so they're definitely the worst ones. Barwon definitely has the best meals, and they have the best roasts on Sundays, like absolute awesome roasts. And they have the best, like, salad sandwiches as well. And also, you get one piece of fruit a day. And so at Barwon, they give you the best pieces of fruit. So they give you bananas, and I've had peaches there, and pears, nectarines there. The only things I haven't really had there are like mangoes and stuff like that. So everybody at every prison gets, at least every second day, gets a piece of fruit as well. So yeah, well, there you go, guys. That is my video there on the food. I hope that is answered well enough for you. If you guys have any questions that you'd like me to answer with a video, chuck it down there in the comment section, and I will do my utmost best to answer it with a video. I have bought some new lighting. As you guys will notice, the lighting is a lot better. And yeah, so from here on in, the lighting is going to be a lot better. And yeah, so watch this space, guys. We've got so much good stuff coming up. I've got my first interview dropping on Monday the 19th. So yeah, you don't want to miss that one. It's going to be an absolute cracker. And then yeah, onwards and upwards from there. I've still got other things that I can't talk about yet because it's not sealed in, signed and stuff, and I don't want to moz myself. But yeah, very, very big things to come in the future, folks. So stay tuned, watch this space. It's going to be going off here at the Chaos Chronicles. But there we go, folks. Don't do drugs and crime. You won't end up in prison. I've been the Chaos Chronicles. We out.